Hey everyone, Christian Rivera here. So, I want to share some very important information with you today, but before I do that, I want to ask you this one question. Have you ever been presented with an investment opportunity or a business opportunity that could dramatically change your life to the point where you can quit your current job and not have to deal with the commute and the boss that you really hate every day? So, if you ever been presented with an opportunity like that, what's the first thought that comes to mind? Right? What is the first objection that just runs into your head? For most of us, it's I don't have the money right now to invest, right? So the information that I'm going to share with you today is going to be 10 ways that you can actually find resources to manifest that money so that you can take advantage of that business opportunity, right? So let me write here what we're talking about. 10 ways to overcome the objection of I don't have, forgot the E, I don't have money. Well, what most of us don't realize is that money is all around us, right? And that goes along with the fact that money is an idea, right? And what do I mean by that? That money is an idea? Well, if you look at everything that's around you, at one point, everything that is around you, except nature, but everything that is man-made, at one point was an idea, right? And that idea became that item, and that item was sold to somebody, or somebody saw that item and wanted it or needed it for something and purchased it, right? So that generated money for the person that had that idea, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying here. So as long as you keep in mind that money is an idea, you'll start realizing that you can monetize everything that's around you, right? When you really need the money, right, you're gonna find ways that you can use something that's around you that you're no longer using, that you can monetize it to get that money to invest in that opportunity, right? So the first method that I'm gonna share with you to overcome the objection of I don't have money is, and you're probably gonna get a kick out of this one, credit cards. Well, credit cards, yeah, it's very easy, but it's very ironic how, sometimes when we're presented with an opportunity, that could change our lives, all it requires is a small investment. It could be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000. And we have the credit card, but we don't want to pull it out to invest in that, right? But let's say we're shopping or we're out in the mall or something like that, and we see a pair of shoes or a purse that costs $1,000 or a pair of shoes that are $100, $200. We're quick to buy that, right? And what's the reason for that is because we want the instant gratification, right? We don't realize that by investing in that opportunity in the long run, we're going to be able to afford 10 of those purses that cost $1,000 or 100 pairs of those shoes that cost $200, right? It's because we're short-sighted and we don't have the vision, or don't allow ourselves to create the vision of what the opportunity is going to do. So again, like I mentioned earlier, the mindset, if you change your mindset and realize that money is an idea, you won't hesitate to pull out your credit card and buy now or invest now. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important that you understand a credit card, you can use that to leverage, other people's money. It's called other people's money. Let me put it here. And what do I mean by saying other people's money? Well, it's the credit agencies, credit companies, they're giving you that credit so you can go purchase things, right? So you use that as leverage to invest in the business opportunity, right? Or invest in yourself so you can improve yourself and make your business better, right? So the second one is bank loans. I'm sorry, not bank loans, selling assets. Bank loans is the next one. But actually, let me go with bank loans, right? Let's go with bank loans. kind of using my list here as reference, and that's why I got confused. But bank loans. Bank loans is also another example of OPM, other people's money, right? And, you know, I'm not talking about going out there and getting a big loan, you know, like $20,000, $30,000. You know, you can make a loan for $1,000, $2,000, even $5,000 to invest in your business. And if you use it properly, if you leverage that money properly, you can achieve the outcome that you want and even probably triplicate or quadruple the money that you borrowed, right? Which would cover you paying back that loan and actually using the rest to invest even more in your business or to reward yourself for achieving that success, right? So way number three is selling assets. Now, what kind of assets am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about gold, silver, or jewelry. You know, you may have some jewelry around. Jewelry. Hope I wrote that right. Excellent. Right, so some assets that you might have around your house, you know, any old gold jewelry or silver jewelry that you might have lying around, or even some diamonds, you know, stuff like that that you're not using and it's just sitting in a box. Why don't you just go ahead and sell it and use that money for something useful that'll help you even make a better life? Another thing is collectibles. You know, like let's say you got a collection of coins or cards or whatever it may be. You may be surprised how many people out there want the collectible that you have, you know, and what you're gonna sell, right? So method number 4, kind of lost track there a second. Method number 4 is resources, skills, and talents, right? So when I talk about resources, I'm referring to, let's say for example, you have some specific tools, you know, in your garage or whatever, or, you know, it could be tools or equipment that somebody may need that equipment, you know, they may have a use for it, and you can just rent it out to that person, or you could even sell it, right? Now, when it comes to skills, you know, let's say for example, you got some handyman skills, you know, a little bit about electricity or even carpentry and stuff like that, and you can offer your service, right? Offer your skills to somebody, help them out with fixing something around the house or installing some new wiring in their house or something like that, and you can monetize that skill too. You know, skills and talents, they go hand in hand, right? So method number 5 is wholesaling, right? This is a very interesting one because I've seen some people do this, and when you think about it, it's kind of smart, right? And what I mean by wholesaling is, you know, for example, somebody might go buy, let's say, X product, right? So they get X product at a discount price. Let's say, you know, it's a product that costs $100, right? But they actually buy it for $25, right? So when they buy it for $25, let's say they make an investment of $25, but what they do is they go ahead and take the product and sell it for $100. So they just quadruple their money right there, right? So, and some of you may be thinking, well, I don't know if I can get away with it. But if you actually package it right, and what I mean by that is if you sell it appropriately, you know, using the right words and whatnot, you know, people are willing to buy it, because you could even go out there and see and check out, yeah, okay, so what's the market price for this product? So I'll sell it slightly below, and still you'll make a profit from it. So that's what I mean by wholesale, right? Let me put here, buying low, selling high. Hey, isn't that what they do in the stock market? They buy low and sell high? Anyways. Okay, so method number 6. Method number 6 is collateral loans. Now with collateral loans, what you can do is you can actually take your vehicle, let's say for example your car, motorcycle, whatever it may be, and you can use it as a collateral on a loan, right? Let's say, for example, you don't have your credit's not that great and you're having a hard time getting loans from banks and stuff like that. You can go to small financial groups and you can use your vehicle as a collateral, and then they'll give you some money, right? So I've used that method in the past. So, it definitely works. Let me see. So method number 7. Let me make sure that we can see all that there. Okay. Yeah, method number 7 is stuff around the house. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, everything around us is money, right? We can convert it into money, because you'd be surprised what people out there are looking for, right? So all you got to do is just look around your house, look around what you got in your closet or whatever, stuff that you haven't even touched in a long time. Why not take it out and sell it? You're not using it. There's no use for it. It's sitting in the corner over there collecting dust for years. Why don't you just take it out and monetize it, right? So that's what I mean by stuff around the house. There's a lot of things, if you have an emotional attachment to it, well, guess what? You might have to get rid of that emotional attachment, because there might be a little pot of gold sitting there on that item that you don't want to get rid of, okay? So think about that. Stuff around the house. There's a lot of money floating around. When I started changing my mindset and when I started looking at these different methods, I actually started seeing around my house. I'm like, man, I got a lot of stuff. So then I started thinking, oh, I could sell a lot of these things, and use it for my business, right? To invest into my business and all that. So, but anyways, let's continue. Method number 8. So method number 8 is, and some of you might look at me like you're crazy, but life insurance policies, right? So some people have life insurance policies that they can cash out on, right? Because if you really want to invest in a business opportunity, and just take advantage of the opportunity that you're being offered, you're really going to do everything possible to actually get the money for that, right? Now, if you take your insurance policy and you cash it out, you use that money and invest it in your business, you can actually duplicate and even triplicate that money. You see what I'm saying? If you use it properly, you can make that money grow, right? So, life insurance policies. Method number 9. I hope I'm not running out of space. Yeah, I'm getting close. Okay, so method number 9 is free money. And you're probably wondering, free money? What is this guy talking about, right? So, what I mean by free money is there are websites out there that you can go on the internet and look up. For example, there's unclaimed.org. Unclaimed.org or missingmoney.com. And basically what I'm getting to with the free money is that depending on where you've lived in the past and stuff like that, there might be some money that's owed to you. I'm not talking about $1,000, $3,000 and stuff like that, but it could be a couple of $100 or whatnot that you can, it's still money. So why not find out if there's anything out there for you? You just go to these websites, enter your information, and they'll search databases and see if there's any unclaimed money out there with your name on it, right? And then the last but not least is, can I see it in there? Yeah, barely. Okay. Government grants. Let me adjust the camera here a little bit. There we go. Government grants, right? And now the government has a lot of grant programs, but most of them are not business related. They're like for colleges and stuff like that. But there are some grants for businesses, right? Especially small businesses, because the government's big on small businesses prospering and stuff like that. So you can go to one of the government websites. I'm sorry I don't have a reference right now, but you can go on the internet and look for government grants for small businesses, right? That can also help you too. So, it's just one of the ideas, and again, you never know until you go looking for it, right? So with that being said, these are the 10 ways to overcome the objection of I don't have the money, and do understand these are not all encompassing. So, these are just some ideas that you can start using or thinking about to start creating that mindset of, there's money all around you, right? So with that being said, what I want you to do now is I want you to click on the link that's included with this video, where you're going to read the full article about this information here, and then I want you to join me and my team, the Victory Tribe, so that together you can learn more strategies on how to take advantage of the information that's out there to improve your business. And I'll see you on the inside.